Maybe I'm totally off my rocker. Well, I am anyway.
Audio, audio, audio. And what we have here is a failure to communicate. Hello, ladies and germs. I'm the Doctor of Disaster. Used to, I couldn't spell doctor. Now I are one. Is it Pepsi time?
By the way, did I mention I'm crazy?
Wait, did I mention I'm crazy?
Did I mention I'm crazy?
Good golly Gertrude. Look at that thing. Mm-mm.
Don't forget to get your copy of the Doctor of Disasters book, Emergency Incident Management Systems, at Amazon.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm the Doctor of Disaster, Dr. Mark Warnick. I've been considered a subject matter expert in public safety by not one, but two different universities. So today we're going to start off on a little bit of a different note. When I say a different note, I've had questions. People have asked me questions. And if you've got questions, I usually have answers. The first question was, why do I wear bib overalls if I truly am a doctor, a PhD in public safety? Well, for me, it's very simple. I'm an old country boy. I'm proud of it. Also, I don't like to seem like I'm high and mighty. I'm me. I'm a person just like you. And the other thing, bibs are comfortable. So I wear them. Someone also asked me, what's up with my hat? Well, I am a service related disabled veteran, and because of that, I proudly wear a disabled veteran hat. Not because I'm disabled, but because I'm a veteran. Now, the third and final question that I'm going to answer today, yes, we will be elsewhere besides my studio to film. Right now, it's wintertime, and to be honest with you, it's too darn cold out there for me. So, as time goes on, we'll have some public safety announcements on things such as lawnmower safety, heavy equipment safety, delivery truck safety. There's some things that a lot of people don't consider that they need to really look at, and it will keep them substantially safer. So we're going to start today, but before we do, I'd really like for you to like and subscribe to my channel. The Doctor of Disaster is going to share a lot with you. Not only will you keep safe in different situations, such as an active shooter or a bomber or whatever, but we're going to give you tips on all kinds of things, like how to maintain a safe distance from dump trucks and why you should. We're going to look at heavy equipment and the different safety measures around it. If it relates to public safety, we'll cover it. So, one of the things we'll also be covering probably in the next episode is how the coronavirus response will make us less safe in the future. It's a very specific niche in the public safety that is going to prepare fewer first responders. But that's enough for today. Now, on to the topic of the day. The topic of the day for me is quite interesting, to be honest with you. We saw that the CARE Act was passed, and the CARE Act is the one that's supposed to provide funding because of the coronavirus pandemic. One problem with that, there were millions, if not billions, of pork barrel funds added to that. They earmarked personal projects that aren't even related to this disaster funding. Now, to say that makes me angry is an understatement. So, what I have done is I've contacted my congressman and I asked him to introduce some legislation. Now, whether he does it or not, I don't know. We're still talking about it. I, as of today, sent off the proposed legislation. And basically, what that legislation is that in the future, whenever there is emergency funding or disaster funding, legislators would not be allowed to add earmarks. It would only go for the disaster or emergency that they were facing. And once again, we don't know if the congressman will agree to it. We don't know if the congressman will keep the same name. But what it's titled is Americans Before Agenda. And what it basically says is in the event of a disaster or a emergency, that no one can add any earmarks to it other than items that are directly related to the disaster. It also has a clause in there where there needs to be a accounting for all the money, and that businesses or individuals do not use this as spare money. They use it as a stopgap to make them whole again. Unlike when we went through the disaster funding for Wall Street, we don't want to see, at least I don't want to see, that CEOs are getting bonuses because they brought in this disaster funding. This is not to make a company richer or to make an individual richer or to push along a business, a small business, so that they can be better than their competitor. In this, there would be accountability, and the government would be able to say what is allowed and not allowed. Now, the other thing is, in my proposal, there is a measure where it has to be equitable and it has to be fair to everyone. So this means that the way it is written can't be meant to exclude one business or another to push it towards a totally different business or nonprofit or business or small business or any of those. So basically it's saying, hey, let's be fair. Let's get the money where it's needed. Americans, in most instances, do not begrudge anyone who is in a disaster from getting some help. What I hate, and probably you hate, is when they take advantage of the government for their own benefit. So if this legislation comes about, you'll see that. Now, shortly, I will be recording a commercial that I will post on social media, and I would like everyone, in fact, I'll post it on YouTube too, on the channel, and I'll call it commercial. I will be doing research on what Americans think about earmarks in disaster and emergency situations. I would love for you to take this survey and to pass it on to others to take. And then if the American public falls the way I think it will, then we need to let legislators know how Americans feel. Now, the survey is really super simple and super short. It's 3 questions, and I don't want to bias anyone, so I will just let you take it. I want you to give me your honest opinion and tell me what you think. This is the way researchers, those with PhDs and master's degrees, research things. They do surveys. They find out what the data tells them, and then they can make either conclusive investigations or likely investigations that this is the way it is. It depends on the number of people that take the survey, and I will need at least 300 people to take this survey to be within the margin of error. But it's really important that we speak up for what we want. It is extremely important, and it's also important to do this research. Maybe I'm totally off my rocker. Well, I am anyway. But in this respect, maybe I am way off base. And I only think of this because I've been in public safety over 30 years. But no matter what it is, we need to find answers. So, when the commercial comes out and I post it on social media, please, 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 please make sure to share it. I need a lot of people to take this survey over the next month or two. It will settle a lot. Now, I want to talk about corona. Coronavirus has taken a serious toll. We are in dire straits. There have been many people that have been planning for this for many years, myself included. I've written classes. I've pushed the envelope. I've tried to think of everything. Others have done the same. I'm actually consulting with, I think it's 7 emergency operations centers now, and a couple of law enforcement agencies about what they can do to mitigate their risks. A lot of what I said in my videos on the coronavirus still holds true. One of the things I said was to wear a mask, even though they told us no. One of the things I didn't touch on is another way to protect yourself is to wear ponchos. The raincoat type ponchos or a raincoat. Wear a mask. Wear a face shield or safety glasses. We need to stop or at least slow this spread. If we overwhelm the hospitals, a lot of people are going to die. So, I've talked quite a while today, nonstop, but these are things that I firmly believe will make a difference. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel because we will bring you tons of safety information. There are so many things I can go over on safety that I could have a different thing each week for the next 5 years. So, don't forget that. I hope you enjoyed. Soon we will be getting into other stuff. And remember, don't forget about the commercial and sharing it so I can complete this research. Until next time, be safe.
The Doctor of Disaster is a wholly owned subsidiary of Warnick and Associates Incorporated.